you.
Ha-ha! I bet you didn't recognize us in our crazy secret disguises.
Dressing up as someone else to hide one's identity is one of the oldest tricks in the books, but some of the most famous pop culture disguises are also the worst in terms of actually hiding the wearer's identity.
That's right, Max, you big hot dog.
Hot dog!
Now, here are 6 iconic disguises that didn't fool any of us for a second, but somehow managed to fool every single supporting character around these people. But we're on to you, you sneaky, sneaky guys.
We're very clever.
In spite of active camouflage technology being somewhat readily available in the Metal Gear universe, the novelty of a silly disguise seems to outweigh the importance of actually obscuring one's own identity. Lest we forget Raiden's iconic sombrero and poncho getup, Dios mío.
Solid Snake and his legendary biological stepdad Big Boss are both masters of tactical espionage actions, including but not limited to infiltration, sabotage, subterfuge, camouflage, and yet somehow their longest running tricks of the trade is disguising themselves as a cardboard box?
Which is great if you sit perfectly still or in a place where cardboard boxes don't look out of place, but let's say you're in, I don't know, the wilderness of Afghanistan, what then?
Well, using your cardboard box disguise as a sand sled or putting sexy anime pinups on the side of it seems like it might defeat the purpose quite a bit.
I agree, but anyway, hiding in a box is fun as hell, so Snake gets somewhat of a pass here even though we totally saw that box move.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are abominable byproducts of toxic waste who would be hunted down and captured if they ever revealed themselves to society. Therefore, their mastery of ninjutsu and the art of stealth is a matter of survival.
And while they could just stick to the shadows, they're teenagers, and therefore they have a biological predisposition to reckless decision making and sometimes opt to don trench coats and fedoras in an attempt to blend in to the middle of goddamn Manhattan.
Look like sort of a big turtle.
Dressing up in clothes popularized by flashers and pickup artists didn't raise enough eyebrows and red flags. How about those bandanas with eye holes poked in them? What is the point? What on earth are they trying to hide?
What are they trying to do here? My man Donatello's out here with his Jean Shalit mask on. He's got a briefcase, and the dude has no pants on. You can see the knife sticking out of his filthy ass coat, which also has holes in it, and he has a gun. What part of being a ninja is that? A gun.
I would call the cops on a regular man dressed like that.
Right?
Chief Palpatine quietly laid the groundwork for a fascist galactic empire as he rose from a humble senator for the mild-mannered planet of Naboo to Supreme Chancellor to full-blown emperor with
all the while moonlighting as Darth Sidious and answering Skype calls while disguised in nothing but a large hooded robe.
If we're being reductive, we'd call it a hoodie, but even the most generous of embellishment, it's still just a glorified bathrobe. Maybe, please, just dream bigger.
Right? The dude has the same disguise as Cornholio. This is a galaxy populated by countless alien races wearing all sorts of helmets, masks, with no apparent dress code or style, and Palpatine's evil alter ego decides to conceal his identity by dressing like a 10th grader who doesn't want the teacher to know that he's wearing headphones during class. I've been there.
Sheev makes hundreds of hologram FaceTime calls all over the galaxy, and he has to constantly take the hoodie on and off, so I wonder if he gets confused and accidentally answers the door half in costume like Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire.
He's like a whipped cream with like the bra.
Hello there, I was just showering and my hair is still wet.
I'll be at the Senate trial later. I have to do lightning. Obviously, we're gonna dunk on Superman's half-ass Clark Kent disguise. On this list, we have to, because it's very, very bad. You all know that. Superman might be one of the first superheroes, but disguises had been around for quite a while before that, and so the idea of a secret identity being concealed with glasses and work-appropriate attire is half-baked, even by Golden Age comic book standards.
Brian just got glasses. Do you know what happened when he showed up at work wearing them for the first time? Everyone said, "Hey Brian, nice glasses," because glasses aren't a disguise. If Brian showed up wearing glasses and a suit, people would say, "Hey Brian, nice glasses," and also, "Are you going to court?"
This is like what's messed up, man. Like when you have this face and you wear a suit, people always think that you did a crime.
You have done crimes.
Not in a long time. Superman's disguise is not only unimaginative and inefficient, it's also an insult to people who actually need corrective lenses. Honestly, Superman's whole shtick just feels like an insult to humans on every level, even if he means well.
Frankly, I would hope he would just leave and go back to a different planet.
Yeah, right? Off back to Krypton, nerd.
They blew it up. Probably the worst disguise of all, though, is none other than the one belonging to the original Robin. Superman's Clark Kent disguise is lazily phoned in, but at least it's so aggressively mundane that it could conceivably cause him to blend in. The goals of Robin's outfit are twofold. One, to conceal his identity, and two, to keep a low profile while helping Batman fight crime.
And surprise, this costume fails to meet either criteria. If by some chance this half-assed Zorro blindfold does actually make anyone go, wow, who could that masked youth be? There's also the glaring issue that Robin's costume is a holdover from when he and his family were circus performers who wore the same exact outfit in front of thousands of people before publicly dying in front of him.
Imagine if all of the members of KISS were murdered except for Gene Simmons, and then not that long afterward, people started spotting a mysterious vigilante dressed exactly like Gene Simmons, still wearing makeup and spikes, but with a Zorro mask. Do you think maybe they might have some questions for Gene Simmons about it?
I believe so. And on top of all that, Robin's disguise fails on a totally practical level. Batman's dressed in black, blending into the shadows and striking terror into the hearts of cowardly and superstitious criminals, and Robin shows up in colors usually reserved for Discovery Zone or a traffic light, which are literally two of the most attention-demanding things ever invented. What the f***? Is that so Batman doesn't trip on him in the dark? And finally, the worst disguise of all time is Gwyneth Paltrow wearing a dollar store mustache in Shakespeare in Love and looking like a baby Steve Buscemi trying to buy liquor at a Ren fair, or a shitty Halloween Harry Potter.
What is Halloween Harry Potter? Who do you think Harry Potter is? If anything, she looks like an anime pirate Ron Weasley, and also, this is supposed to be a list of famous disguises. Nobody has talked about Shakespeare in Love in at least 15 years. What is your favorite terrible disguise costume that normal people with even barely working human eyes would be able to figure out in half a second? Sound off in the comments below.
Then put on a hoodie or a hat or sunglasses and try to leave another comment and see if you can trick YouTube into thinking you're logged into a different account.
Yes, and for more videos, you can literally click anywhere and one will probably just start playing, or you can just sit there and it'll just play. It's 2020. There's videos everywhere.
Or are there?
Yes, there are so many videos. Thank you for watching this one. I'm sorry.